The People's Court, today at 4:30.
Calvin, we're going to have to decide that later, okay? You got anything else? All right, listen, you remember that police officer that was in the neighborhood of the TV studio the night of Nora Fulton's murder? Jacobs, that's right. Well, I couldn't get him, but I arranged a meeting with his partner, Larry Duncan. He's going to be at my office in a little while, and I wanted you to be here at the same time. Okay, as soon as you can then. Right. Yes, Helen, who's there? All right, send him in. Hello, Miles.
Hello, Dirk.
Surprise. I didn't expect you to come up here.
Why? I have no reason to avoid police headquarters, do I? Or
No,
you, for that matter?
I wasn't implying that you did.
I just wanted to touch bases with you today, that's all.
Well, it's okay with me. Sure. Anything in particular?
Well, a couple of things.
Look, Miles, before we get to anything, I got to tell you, I'm in a very awkward spot here. You and Nicole are my friends, but I have to be as objective as possible. Please understand that.
I do. Look, I know this is rough on all of us.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm a cop, and that's got to come first, above everything else I do, officially and unofficially. And in this investigation of Nora Fulton's murder, if I seem to focus on Nicole, well, she's our key witness, if nothing else.
Well, that's a nice way of putting it. What you're really saying is that she's your key suspect at this point in time. You probably feel that my wife might indeed have killed Nora Fulton.
No, I don't think we have
That's
to.
all right. You got to investigate as much as you want. We're not afraid of it, because we know that Nicole is incapable of murder, no matter how great the provocation.
It was very strong provocation.
I admit that. Listen, both of us were provoked probably to the limit of human endurance, but not to the point of murder. Now, nothing could incite Nicole to that degree, and you know it as well as I do.
Look, I know that. Inside of me, I know that, but I can't go by that. I've got to weigh the means, the motive, and the opportunity. And Nicole had all three of those. But look, I don't want to talk about this. It's not going to do us any good to discuss this, all right? Look, you've been having enough problems of your own lately. How are you doing?
I think things have probably turned around for me. I'm feeling better about myself.
You're looking better.
Another thing is that I have, I think, effected a kind of reconciliation between myself and Everett Cooper.
You have?
Yeah, he has written a message to the Medical Review Board asking them to lift the suspension of my license.
Well, that's good news.
Yeah, for a change. Doesn't erase the big problem, though. Because now with Nora Fulton dead, there's nobody to corroborate the truth of whatever it is that happened that night at Barbara Montgomery's apartment when she was so badly beaten.
That's still hanging over your head.
Like a cloud. And somehow, some way, I gotta get through that fog that was caused by all my drinking that night, find out what really happened. Actually, that's why I'm here in your office today.
Why?
Do you remember talking to me about a doctor, hypnotherapist that you guys use here at police headquarters?
I know just who you mean. He's done wonders with witnesses who think they've forgotten things and some who didn't think they'd even seen anything in the first place.
Exactly. What's his name?
Dr. Key. Dr. Lucius Key.
Well, I have to get a hold of the man as soon as possible, because I have a feeling he might help me.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by Advanced Formula Crest with Floristat. Fighting cavities is the whole idea behind Crest. And by Tide. The extra action in Tide means dirt can't hide.
14, 34, hike!
How far do we moms have to go to see our team clean?
All right, Tide Country!
Where 11 boys of our home team defend a field of muddy green. They're fumbling all around, can't seem to get a touchdown.
An extra action team needs an extra action Tide.
Mom, she knows the score.
My Tide's tackled this mess before.
So go ahead and sledge them, splatter them, splotch them, claim your spot. Tide gets it clean. Tide's America's favorite. From cocoa to mud, Tide will tough clean it. it. You've just seen it. Now here's that winning side. Same clothes, same team, red, white, and clean with extra action Tide. Claim your spot, Tide gets it clean.
Hey, thought you were brushing your teeth.
I was just thinking
About what?
about Teddy. He always wins.
Well, your brother's a lot older than you are.
He'll always be older than me.
I know how you could beat him right now.
How?
Come on. You could get even fewer cavities than Teddy, because he didn't have this crust at your age. Advanced formula crust has fluorostat.
So?
So it's even tougher than the crust your brother had, or your mother had, or I had. When it comes to checkups, you could beat us all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it's not so bad being the youngest after all, huh?
With advanced formula crest, your kids could have even fewer cavities than you did.
Yeah.
Here are those sales figures you wanted to look at this afternoon, Sky?
What sales figures?
The one on the drilling equipment company?
Well, it's about time. What took you so long?
They were in the wrong file.
Not very efficient today, are you, Spencer?
I didn't file them, you did.
Oh.
Starting a little early today, aren't you?
Yeah, well, what of it? I'm celebrating.
Certainly isn't these lousy sales figures. What's the occasion?
I'm toasting the nuptial couple. My old friend Ian Devereaux.
Oh, yes, that was very thoughtful of Camilla to come and tell you about it, wasn't it? You know, in Rome, they would have killed the messenger. Sky, I'm sorry about that. I had no choice but to let her in.
Yeah, she just couldn't wait to share the good news, could she?
This is really bothering you, isn't it? The fact that Raven is going to marry an old friend.
I wouldn't mention this to anyone else, Spencer, but, yeah, it bothers me, all right? It bothers me.
Sky, I know it's none of my business, but I just can't figure out what made her turn around like this. Is she marrying him on the rebound because you rejected her?
Yeah, something like that.
Most unpredictable woman in the world, don't you think?
Yeah, maybe another drink for you.
No, I just can't believe what she did this morning when Camilla was here.
Yeah, right. Well, we've discussed this topic, I think, quite enough. Let's get on to something else, shall we?
Yes, sir.
Come in.
What's with him? Well, I'm back.
So I see. What happened with the police?
Well, I did just like you told me, sir. I went down to police headquarters, made a clean breast of it, and I think they believe me, too.
And we don't have to worry about sending you a cake with a file in it, huh, Gunther?
Nope. And, listen, can I have one of those, Spence?
Not a chance. Gunther, you're supposed to be working in picture tie.
What makes you so sure of yourself, Gunther?
Well, you know how they do those kind of things. You know, first you give your statement to the cops, and they give it to a typist, and then you got to hang around to sign it. And...
Oh, that's how it works, huh? I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't bet on that. Anyways, I got real close to the typist, and she gave me the lowdown on the case. According to her, the police have pretty well got it nailed down.
You mean they have somebody in custody?
Well, not yet. But the police are very suspicious that it was a lady that strangled poor old Nora. In fact, they think it was the news lady at your station.
Good Lord, that must be my news director, Nicole Kavanaugh.
Yep.
Well, Spencer, looks like we're going to have to start looking for a replacement.
Helen, is Duncan out there yet? We'll send him in. Let's hope this nets something.
I certainly hope so, Chief.
Oh, Mr. Duncan, please come in. You know Detective Stoner?
Sure. How you doing, Larry?
Fine, thanks.
Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Listen, I know your partner, Randy Jacobs, has already given a written statement about what happened that night, the night of Nora Fulton's murder. But I thought if we talked, well, maybe you saw something that he didn't. So take your time. Think back. Anything you may give us is going to be valuable.
I certainly hope so, Chief.
All right, now, the both of you were on foot patrol that night in the area of the TV studio?
Yes, sir. As I said, it really was a very normal tour of duty. We did the usual things. We checked doors, alleyways, that kind of thing. Nothing out of the ordinary. Almost no one on the streets at that time of night.
Almost. That means there was some exception.
Yes. We saw a guy coming from the direction of the TV studio. Later on, we figured it was about the hour of the murder.
Can you remember anything about him? Anything about his physical description?
Well, he was a tall man, and he had dark hair. I wish I could be more specific, but it was very dark. About the only thing I could judge was his height and that he wore no hat.
Duncan, take a look at that. That guy there's 6'4".
No, sir. Like I said, the man I saw had dark hair.
All right. I was ready for that. Does that make a difference now?
Maybe. It could have been. See, he was wearing his coat collar up. It was cold that night. I didn't see his face. I sure wish I could be more definite.
It's all right, it's all right. I know you're doing your best.
I do have a suggestion, sir. If I might offer an idea.
Please do.
Maybe the owl saw him. I could ask.
Who's the owl?
He's an old derelict. A squatter who lives in one of those deserted buildings across the way from the TV studio. I know, I should have kicked him out of there a long time ago. But in this cold weather... Anyway, he's a harmless old guy, really, and he wouldn't do anything.
Now, wait a minute, stop apologizing. Tell us more about this guy.
Yeah, why do they call him the owl? I mean, doesn't he have a name?
Well, I'm sure he does, but he's only known by his nickname. You see, he doesn't sleep at night, only in the daytime. Well, that's what he claims. So he's aware of everything that goes on after dark in that whole area. A couple of times, he's given us some important information to help us.
Duncan, thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
There you go. Stoner?
Yeah?
Get to it.
I'm on it, Chief. I will, go talk to the owl.
Are you a saltaholic? Sure you are, because salt hides in most everything, even where you don't expect it. Most Americans get 20 times the salt their bodies need, so why salt the salt? No salt flavors like salt without salt. Cook with no salt. Shake with no salt. Since there's salt in most everything, who needs more salt? No salt, and shake the salt habit. Soon in restaurants, ask for it.
Different people have different kinds of coughs. A dry cough, a cough that keeps you awake, a cough with a stuffed-up nose. And some people have a combination of symptoms. That's why there are 4 different kinds of Robitussin. Each contains an expectorant to help loosen phlegm, one a cough suppressant to quiet coughs, one adds a decongestant to relieve stuffy nose, one combines all these relief actions. 4 different Robitussin cough medicines for different kinds of coughs. Which Robitussin should you take? Ask your doctor or pharmacist.
Mrs. Goodman, for heaven's sake, what on earth are you doing here?
Oh, you mean I'm not welcome?
Well, of course you are, always. But I thought I told you to stay at home and get some rest until you were feeling better. You know, a virus is nothing to fool around with.
Yeah, I know. I'm over the worst of it, though, and I just had to come and see how my family was doing.
Well, we're surviving, I guess. Come on, let's sit down and talk.
Yeah, okay. Oh, gee, you know, I just felt so awful getting sick and leaving you in the lurch like that, especially when you needed me so bad. You know, I mean, with the doc and all not feeling well. How's he doing anyway?
He's much better, really.
Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, you know, I hate to say it, but I began to feel better the minute that I heard Nora Fulton got what she deserved. I know it's an awful thing to say, but I really mean it. And then I started thinking about it, and I began to worry.
Why? Why should you worry?
Well, look, I know that you were in the studio the night that she was killed, and I don't know, I just got worried that maybe they'd think something stupid, like...
Like what?
Well, like that maybe you'd have something to do with her murder. No, I know it's impossible, but you know, people think all kinds of crazy things. Listen, anybody who knows you didn't do it, right? Isn't that right?
Yes, of course.
Hello there. Mrs. Goodman.
Hi.
How are you? It's good to see you. How are you feeling?
Thanks, I'm feeling better. Oh, you're looking good, Doc.
Well, I wish I could say the same for you. I don't like your color. You sure you're feeling all right?
No doctoring now. I'm fine.
I knew I shouldn't argue with her.
I know it didn't work for me either.
Listen, did I get any phone calls?
No? Why?
I'm just trying to set up a doctor's appointment for myself.
Happy birthday!
Oh, Jimmy, don't. The floor's wet.
No, it's dry. I washed it hours ago.
What? Oh, you're kidding. Wow, that shine made me think it was wet. Using something new for your no-wax floor?
Yep. New Lemon Bright Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean is new?
Sure is. It's a whole new Mr. Clean. New Lemon Bright color, new fragrance.
Terrific. Really lemony.
And a new brightening formula that's even better than before.
I'll say. It really shines. And no dull film or streaks.
Even Armstrong approves it for my no-wax Solarian floor.
With a shine like this, I approve too.
New Lemon Bright Mr. Clean brings out a no-wax shine so bright, you may wonder, is it wet or is it dry?
No, it's dry.
When I said nope to my soap and yes to Zest, I started feeling my best.
When you discover the cleaner feeling of zest, you're gonna be feeling your best.
I used to use soap, got rid of dirt okay, but stuck me with sticky soap film.
In water, you can see the tacky film soap leaves even after rinsing. Zest doesn't. Deodorant Zest is specially made to rinse without leaving sticky film.
With Zest, I feel cleaner than I did with soap. Now, nothing comes between me and feeling so clean. I'm feeling my best.
Discover the cleaner feeling of zest. You're gonna be feeling your best.
I'm feeling my best.
Get Zest. Feel your best.
So, Mitzi, how is Poppy Johnson holding up under all the pressure with the new restaurant opening everything?
Oh, pretty sure that's a...
No! Stop! What are you doing? What is wrong with your ear? So, do you have an exact date for the opening yet?
Well, we figure in about a week.
That soon?
You know, maybe 10 days. Maybe 2 weeks.
That definite?
Well, we'd like to open tomorrow if we could, but...
Hello, Cliff.
Hi, Dee Dee.
Well, anyway, I think it's really terrific what happened to you two. You know, especially after the trauma of the fire at Sid's Tavern. Things were looking pretty grim there for a while.
What I think the two of you really need is a old specialty de la maison.
No, Cliff, we are serving nothing French, just good old American food.
No, what I mean is a specialty of the house, you know, something to make you famous all over Monticello.
Well, we got that all figured out.
Yeah? What is it?
Food.
No, I mean something special, like chili or something.
Cliff, I would advise you not to go any further.
Yeah, right, it's probably much more trouble than it's worth. Certainly we'll be happy when the rock garden opens. I'm getting real tired of this dump.
Well, looks like the gang's all here, huh?
Hi, Calvin.
Hi. Here to join me in a bowl of soup?
You think there's room enough for both of us?
Oh, you're so clever.
How you doing, Calvin?
I'm okay. I just spend all my time working on this Nora Fulton thing.
Really? Anything new?
I hope not. I want to hear it.
I do.
I don't know if I ought to talk about it, considering that Cliff is representing one of the principals in the case.
Calvin, we're all friends, aren't we?
I'll vouch for him.
Yeah? Well, there is one small little lead I just picked up down at the chief's office.
Come on, what is it?
Well, it seems that the patrolman on duty knows of a derelict, this guy they call the Owl. And supposedly he knows everything that happens in the neighborhood of the studio, so I was hoping he might be able to tell me something. I was going to go over there and talk to him for a little while.
Oh, could we come along with you?
I don't want to go.
I'm not talking about you. Dee Dee and I.
Are you kidding? How would it look? I mean, me bringing along 2 lawyers to talk to a prospective witness. Don't be kidding.
Calvin, the man might need legal counsel. How do you know?
Yeah, well, since you put it that way, I suppose even though it's against the rules that if you were to sort of be in the neighborhood and follow me.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
So how's Adam?
Oh, he's fine. He keeps asking about your health, and he says, whatever's wrong with Mrs. Goodman, Dad can fix it.
He's too much, isn't he? How about Jody?
Oh, she's fine, but she and Gavin are...
Oh, no. Sounds like a lover's quarrel.
Yeah, but I don't think it's anything terribly serious.
Ladies settling the world's problems, aren't you?
Do you call that lunch?
Oh, sure, why not?
Well, that is ridiculous. Let me fix you something to eat.
No, wait a minute. That is... No, just stop right there. What am I, a guest, sitting here chatting like this? I should be working. I'll just take these cups right out into the kitchen and get you both something to eat.
Mrs. Goodman, please let me
No,
do it.
nonsense now. You have to be working. And, you know, after all, I can't let you and the doc starve when I'm this close to the kitchen. Besides, it'll make me feel better to do something.
So, my dear, what is this about a doctor's appointment? You're all right? You're not sick or anything, are you?
No, nothing to worry about.
Well, that's good. That's all we need on top of everything else. Okay. Hello? Yes, Derek, he's right here.
Derek, hi.
Hello, Miles. Listen, I set up an appointment for you with Dr. Key for 10:30 in the morning tomorrow. I hope that's all right.
Oh, that's perfect. Thanks a million for your trouble.
No trouble at all. I hope something good turns out of it. Let me know if it does.
I sure will. Thanks again. Goodbye.
So what's that all about?
Derek has made an appointment for me to see a hypnotherapist.
What?
I just thought that somebody like that might be able to help me remember what it was that happened that night at Barbara Montgomery's apartment.
Was that Derek's idea or yours?
Mine. It's all mine. Well, don't look so worried. I don't have any doubts about what I did or didn't do, and if hypnotherapy will bring out the truth, then it might help us both.
I've stopped scrubbing my toilet. I use Tank 2 instead.
I've stopped scrubbing. I use Tank 2.
Introducing Tank 2 from Santa Flush for no-scrub toilet bowl cleaning. New Tank 2 has 2 compartments. With every flush, one releases soil-destroying bleach, the other a blue cleaner. Together, they let your toilet clean and deodorize itself. In a national study, more than 4 out of 5 women reported that Tank 2 kept their bowls clean for 30 days without routine scrubbing.
Tank 2 keeps your bowl clean without routine scrubbing.
We're gonna get us some kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. We're gonna get us some kibbles and bits.
It's the bit that makes it better. Quite a bit better than dry alone.
Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. We're gonna get us some kibbles and bits.
We start with a great-tasting, crunchy kibble, but we don't stop there. Look, we add a generous portion of tender ground beef-style bits, and that's the bit that makes it better. Quite a bit better than dry alone.
Kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. We're gonna get us more kibbles and bits.
Quite a bit better.
Rhoda Henry, married to a man married to the Navy.
What do you mean I'm not going?
I'm only going for security reasons. Take my word for it.
Yearning for something more.
You are a wonderful woman.
Polly Bergen in Herman Wouk's The Winds of War.
It's too bad we can't stay here.
Premiering February 6th.
Maybe we can.
Hey, anybody here? Come on, Calvin. Nobody's gonna live in a place like this. Are you kidding? People are living everywhere these days. Anybody around?
Hey, you hear something in there?
I don't know.
Hey, can anybody get any sleep around here?
Take it easy, Pop. Look, we're trying to find this guy they call the Owl. Is that you?
Who wants to know?
Detective Stoner, Monticello Police.
Show me your identification.
Okay. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Okay. You can come in.
Good.
Oh, wait a minute. Who are them two?
Hey, these are my friends, Pop. These are Miss Bannister and Mr. Nelson. They're attorneys.
Attorneys. I don't need any attorney. Look, I didn't do anything wrong. I only come in here on the call.
No. We are not here to dispossess you, I assure you.
Yeah. Then what are you doing here?
We just want to ask you some questions about the events in the area the last couple of nights, you know?
I don't know a thing.
Yeah, look, I happen to know about this gentleman's agreement you have with the patrolman who works this beat. Hey, look, everybody down at headquarters thinks it's a great idea. As a matter of fact, why don't you just get yourself a nice hot meal and give me a little cooperation, all right?
Oh, you got it.
All right. Look, Mr. Owl,
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind, okay?
Sure. Oh, thanks, Mac.
Don't worry, I'll fix it, all right?
Ah,
You really can't see the TV studio from here, huh? You just see the parking lot in the street, right?
it's right. Really?
You know about the murder that took place night before last in the studio, don't you?
Yeah.
Do you recall seeing or noticing anything strange or peculiar that night?
Well, I was awake. I know that. Every night's the same thing. Oh, okay. See, anything happens in the street, I see. Now, the only thing that happened that night, car pulled out of the parking lot and shoom, drove off like a bat out of hell.
Yeah? Can you describe the car for us?
Oh, sure. 1981 Manchester. A black and white Landau roof, 2 doors, and white side walls.
Well, that would be the car that Nicole drives.
Yeah, I know.
Sir, did you by any chance see the car arrive?
Oh, sure.
Yeah? When?
Oh. Good half hour before it drove off.
Oh, maybe that's impossible. Nicole said she's only in the studio for a few minutes. Well, she did. I mean, she said that she walked in, and as soon as she saw Nora, she ran away.
Right. That's, what she said. Look, Pop, you're absolutely sure it was here for half an hour?
That's what I said, ain't it?
Yeah, we're gonna believe. You gonna believe this guy or Nicole, huh? This guy's lying.
No, look, would you ladies and gentlemen get out of my bedroom so I can get some sleep?
That guy's lying. He's gotta be lying.
Man, you never would believe where those Keebler cookies come from. They're baked by little elves in a hollow tree. And what do you think makes these crackers so uncommon? They're baked in magic ovens and there's no factory.
Mr. Keebler?
Yes, sir.
Honest Eddie, used factories dealer. Is that where you elves bake your cookies and crackers?
Yes, sir.
Keebler, it's time to move up out of the tree and into a factory. What do you say?
Taste a Keebler Pecan Sandies cookie. A thick, delicious shortbread cookie loaded with lots of crunchy pecan chunks.
Delicious.
Could a factory make that? And how about Keebler Club crackers? They have a rich, distinctive taste that's a step above saltine.
That is an uncommonly good cracker.
Because of elfin generosity and magic ovens, not a factory.
Now listen, you got any used hollow trees I can take off your hands?
Keebler cookies and crackers. Uncommonly good, wherever they come from.
Frustrated day pass will outside the edge of night, half dark, half light. Do you think we might wake up some?
Tonight on ABC's World News Tonight, the child nobody wants, the surrogate mother,
Nobody knew he was going to turn out this way.
the alleged father.
I don't want to be held responsible for it.
What protects the child born of a business deal from being abandoned? ABC News, uniquely qualified to bring you the world.
They're all part of a chorus line. The best thing that ever happened to Broadway.
At the Schubert Theater. Call 239-6200 for tickets.
Hello, everyone. I'm Connie Tong. Coming up on the 5 o'clock Eyewitness News, thousands of New York children are stranded when their school bus drivers staged a wildcat.